Welcome to our channel. Today in this video we will see loading and different methods of loading in transmission lines and RF systems. We know this the electrical lines which are used to transmit the electrical waves along them are called transmission lines. So we know the types of transmission line: open wire line, cables, lines, and waveguides, coaxial lines, etc. So we know the transmission line parameters also, that is primary constant and secondary constants. So primary constants are R, L, C, G. So secondary constants are Z0 into gamma. So resistance, capacitance, inductance and conductance. So Z0 gamma is characteristic impedance and propagation constant. So propagation constant consists of attenuation constant and phase constant. So these and all transmission lines basic. So before going to the topic, we must see the waveform distortion. So waveform distortion means in the receiver side we can't get the exact replica of the transmitted signal. So that time we will tell this waveform is distorted. So in this transmission line we want to avoid the distortion. So the transmission line, to make the distortionless line, the conditions to be satisfied, the primary constant condition. So that is, that conditions is RC equal to LG or R by G equal to L by C. So to satisfy this condition, first whether we have to take this R by G equal to reduce or L by C equal to increase. So first we will take this one, R by G equal to reduce. In this R by G, whether R can be decreased or G can be increased. So in this first case, R can be decreased means the way we can be decreased by means of, we have to increase the cross section area of the conductor. So cross section area of inductance means conductor means, so the cost will be increased because R is depends on the, that is cross sectional area, we know that. So R, if we increase the cross section area, then cost, that is thickness, will be more wire, then cost will be more. So it is uneconomical, it is not advisable. Then second one is G can be increased by using poor insulators. So poor insulator means then current leakage of the signal is possible. So this is also not possible. So second condition is possible, that is increase L or L by C. In this L by C, so whether we have to increase L or decrease C. So first one, if you see the decrease C means, because transmission line it is act as a capacitor, we know that. So two transmission line in between space, dielectric. So this one separation between transmission line will be more, then only we can decrease the capacitor. So the transmission line separation between lines will be more, means more and more brackets are required. So the first only one option is to increase the L to maintain the distortionless condition. So here the process of increasing the inductance L of a line is called loading. So the what is meant by loading is the process of increasing the inductance of a line is called loading. So that line is called, that is a line with loaded increased inductance is called loaded line. So there are three methods of loading is possible. One is continuous loading, another one is patch loading, third one is lump loading. So in this continuous loading we can call it as another name curve loading or heavy side loading. So lump loading is called as pin loading or coil loading. So first we will see one by one. First we will see the continuous loading. So in the continuous loading means with the transmission line will be tapped by the highly permeable metals. So here if you see the figure, so copper conductor, so in this steel tape or iron wire, it is the continuously loaded, that is tap will be rotated. So highly permeability material. So this equation will be saying that L equal to mu by d by nt plus 1 mh. So here the increase in the inductance of a continuously loaded line is L equal to mu by d by nt plus 1 mh. So here mu equal to permeability of surrounding materials. So diameter of the copper conductor d, T is the thickness of a layer of the tab or iron wire, N is a number of layers. So here high permeability materials such as permalloy or mu metals are wounded in the transmission line. So here we assume the condition G equal to 0, then L is increased, omega L is much more greater than R. So here we already know that in transmission line two is there, two parameters. So one is impedance parameter, another one is admittance parameter. So impedance parameters R equal to that is Z equal to R plus j omega L, admittance Y equal to j omega C. So here propagation constants, we know that gamma equal to square root of Z into Y. So if we apply the condition Z equal to 0 in admittance value, then Y becomes j omega C. Then if you take the propagation constant square root of R plus j omega L into j omega C, then if you take the magnitude and angle, so the angle will become pi by 2 minus tan inverse R by L. So here for the small angle values, so sin theta equal to tan theta equal to theta. So here sin theta equal to 1, therefore cos theta will becomes R by omega L. So in this propagation constant, gamma equal to omega into root LC. So cos theta plus j sin theta. So gamma equal to alpha plus j beta, we know that. So here equating the real and imaginary values, we will get the alpha equal to R by 2 into root LC and beta equal to omega into root LC. So and we know that velocity V equal to omega by beta. So beta value already omega into root LC. So beta omega will get cancelled. So velocity equal to 1 by root LC. So before this one alpha, it is gamma becomes, it is dependent on the frequency. So the line will become distortion. So after this one, adding the continuous loading of the coil, so the attenuation factor alpha and velocity is independent of frequency. So distortion won't occur. So we know that there are three types of distortions, waveform distortions present in the transmitted wave along the transmission line. One is due to variation of characteristic impedance Z0 with frequency. Then frequency distortion due to the variation of attenuation constant alpha with frequency. Then third one is phase distortion due to the variation of phase constant beta with frequency. So everything with the variation of frequency only. So making this line using continuous loading, the attenuation factor alpha and velocity is independent of frequency. This is the purpose. So making these values independent of frequency, so automatically this line will become distortionless line. So continuously loaded cable is distortionless line. So here what are the advantages and disadvantages means, the attenuation of the signal is independent of the frequency. The attenuation can be reduced by increasing L. So automatically attenuation is reduced. But disadvantages means costly and uneconomical, because we are using high permeability material tape for rounding this one, rounding the coil. So here once if you fix the tapped and the coil high permeability material tape, then modification is not easy. So here modification is not possible. So then another one is eddy current losses and hysteresis losses will be there. These all advantages are there. So then next one is patch loading. So patch loading is used in mostly submarine. So here it is the same as continuously loaded cable only. So here what is the difference means, so in the continuously loaded line is separated by the section of so many section of unloaded cable. So here continuously loaded cable means we have to cost will be more, but in between continuous loaded cable so many sections will be introduced in non-loaded cable, unloaded cable. So first one is loaded, then unloaded, loaded, unloaded. So many sections will be separated. So here continuously loaded cable is separated by the section of unloaded cable. So this type of loading is called patch loading. So if this automatically cost will be reduced. So another one is lumped loading. So here the inductors are introduced in the lumps at the uniform distances in a transmission line. So such inductors are called lumped inductors. So here in this lumped loading we will make this explain using that is Campbell equations. So here lumped loading coil is wound the largest gauge of wire consistent with small size. That means each winding is divided into equal parts, so that exactly of the inductance can be inserted into each leg of the circuit. In this figure you can see, so coil will be each winding is divided into equal parts, so that exactly half the inductance can be inserted into each leg of the circuit. So here if you see here attenuation and frequency characteristics, so in lumped loading, here a lumped loading is there, continuously loading is there, patch loading is there. So continuously loading and patch loading is almost same only for up to cutoff frequency fc. So here this graph consists of x-axis frequency and y-axis attenuation factor alpha. Here continuous loading and patch loading is almost the same. So after cutoff frequency it will be increasing, but lumped loading up to cutoff frequency is almost same as continuous loading type only. After the cutoff frequency it will be sudden increasing in attenuation factor. So attenuation will be increased more. So it is same as it will be low pass filter characteristics. So this type of lumped loading will act as a low pass filter. So this one, in this lumped loading, can be explained by Campbell's equation also. So here Campbell's equations to determine the propagation constant of a loaded line consisting partially of lumped and partially of distributed elements. So partially of lumped and distributed elements, we know that lumped and distributed. So lumped means one places more effect will be there, that is lump sum. Distributed means the effect will be distributed throughout the line. For example, resistance means it will be distributed throughout the line, but lump sum means we are using in circuits, electronic circuits, resistor, capacitor, so that and all small one we are using. So particular place lump sum it will be, that resistance will be there. So this one lumped element and distributed elements and all we know that. So here Campbell's equations to use to the calculation of effects of loading coils in reducing attenuation and distortion on lines. So here if we consider the transmission line without loaded line, so we know that transmission line is cascade of T sections, we know that. So here in the unloaded line, the cascaded T section is consist of Z1 by 2 and Z1 by 2, here Z2 arm, series arm and parallel arm. So but after loading, this is inductance is introduced in series. So after loading, the loaded line T section will become T, Z2 is same, but Z1 by 2 we are adding ZL by 2, that is impedance of the loading coil. So both will be series. So Z1 by 2 and ZL by 2 will be the series. So that it will become Z1 by 2, here same as. So this T equivalent circuit will get varied, Z1 by 2 and Z2 Z1 by Z1 dash by 2 here. So where Z0 is the characteristic impedance of the line before loading, gamma is the propagation constant of the line before loading. So ZL is impedance of the loading coil, L equal to coil spacing, that means distance in kilometer between loading coils. So gamma is the propagation of the line after loading. So before loading and after loading we can explain using Campbell's equation. So before loading, so these values, propagation constant, sin and cos values, cos value sin h n y n gamma equal to Z0 by ZL, cos h n gamma equal to 1 plus Z1 by 2 Z2. So when loading section is idle, Z1 dash by 2 it will become ZL by 2 plus Z1 by 2 series, this one. So we will take in as Z1 dash by 2. After loading, the propagation constant, Campbell's equations for a loaded line become cos h n gamma dash, this is the gamma dash after loading, which is equal to before loading cos h plus ZL by 2 Z0 into sin h before loading n gamma. So this is the Campbell's equations. So here the cutoff frequency of the low pass filter, because lumped loading it will act as a low pass filter only. So the cutoff frequency fc equal to 1 by pi into root LC. So here this one cutoff frequency depends on LC. So here it will be, the circuit will become distortionless line, transmission line will become distortionless line. So here what are the advantages of lumped loading means no practical limit, no limit and all, cost and all small only. So existing lines can be tackled and modified. So we can modification of line, transmission line is easy. So losses, that is eddy current loss, hysteresis loss will be small only. So these and all advantages, but the disadvantages is it will act like a low pass filter. So this is one disadvantage. Then attenuation increases considerably after the cutoff frequency. After cutoff frequency, the attenuation increases more. So third one is exact balancing is required. These and all disadvantages. So this is the types and that is loading and the different methods of loading in this video we saw this. So Thank you for watching this video.